Hello, Sagittarius. My name is Agatha, and this is your August 2017 tarot forecast. I'm going to use the Fairy Lights tarot for you. Okay, Sagittarius. This is a very general reading for private consultation. Please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. I also have a newsletter, which is www.tinyletter.com/dunyazade. If you subscribe, you could possibly win my free monthly tarot reading. So, Sagittarius, let's go to your forecast for August 2017. Please pick one symbol alone, only one symbol among the ones that I'm going to show you, because it represents a very special message for you. Okay? So, what are the symbols, Sagittarius? They are moon, ship, letter, key, dog, lilies, and ring. Okay? Now pick one symbol, only one symbol, okay? And this is going to be, I'm going to shuffle. This is going to be a reading with 21 cards. And I'm going to read in seven areas of your life. And it's going to be beginning, middle, and end of the month. Or it could be also as a unified energy. It doesn't have to be in the beginning of the month or middle or end. It could be throughout August, okay? So Sagittarius, let's begin with the area connected with your work. If you have picked key, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you, so please pay attention. So in the beginning of the month, you got the Magician. In the middle of the month, in terms of work, you have the Chariot. I'm sorry. At the end of the month, you have the Two of Swords. So to me, it's like Sagittarius, if I read this as a unified energy, it's progress, which you have manifested into your work life, into your career, into your professional life. But then, at the end of the month, maybe, or throughout August, you kind of get stuck because you really don't know what way to go. So it's like you have this amazing, you have expanded your horizons and you have lots and lots of possibilities, but maybe let's say 2 job offers and you don't know what to do, you don't know which one to choose, and there's like a bit of indecision at the end of the month, I would say. So if I read this as beginning, middle, and end of the month, in the beginning of the month you have the Magician, which tells me that you are manifesting whatever it is you want in your work life, in your profession, in your career. You are bringing it to life, you are materializing it, you are using the law of attraction to make real something which you've always wanted in your career, in your profession, or maybe others you might have, a new beginning in your work, in your profession, or you might have, for instance, a job offer in sales, in advertising, in something like that. In the middle of the month with the Chariot, it tells me the same. It tells me that there's success and progression and victory in the area connected with your work, with your career. You might be moving, so you can, maybe you've accepted a new job offer, but that would imply you'd have to move to another city or to another country. This is also taking the reins of your career and just directing your work the way you want it to be directed, deciding where to go, just taking control of your professional life. And this could even be like some sort of promotion. It tells me again sales. I don't know why I keep thinking sales. At the end of the month with the Two of Swords, there's some sort of difficulty in making a decision. I don't know in what way, but it's like you're stuck. This card in this deck, to me, this is a balloon, and there's a vehicle below the balloon. Which will take you wherever you want to go, but maybe you don't know where to go. This tells me of traveling again. Maybe you are indecisive. You don't know if you should travel immediately. There's like some sort of decision that you have difficulty in taking. Now, the next part of your reading is connected with family, and if you have picked the symbol ring, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you, so please pay attention. So in the beginning of the month, you have the 5 of Wands. In the middle of the month, you have the 8 of Swords. At the end of the month, you have the Knight of Cups. So if I read this as unified energy, you're having a conflict with someone in your family, okay? Doesn't matter if you started it or the other person started it, and you might be feeling a victim of this conflict, and the person with whom you are having a conflict that belongs to your family is a young man. It could be a young woman also, but up to the age of 30 more or less, from a water sign, Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio, a very immature sort of young man, and maybe very touchy, immature and touchy, that cries for everything, whiny type of person that just is like accusing you of being the bad guy. This could be like your husband. This could be your son. This could be your sibling. It could be that. It could be this sort of person. I could read these cards in this way. What else? If I read these cards in a different way, in the beginning of the month, you're having with the 5 of Wands, you're having some sort of conflict with someone in your family, or if that's not happening, and someone in your family could be like the family which you have built, if you've married someone, or your family of origin, so mother, father, siblings, cousins, uncle, aunts, like usually it's close family. It could be also daughter, son. Anyway, you're having a conflict with your family, with a family member, or you're competing with a family member at something. I really don't know what it is. Or everything is fine with you, but you are witnessing a conflict with that is affecting a family member. In the middle of the month, you're feeling like victimized by this conflict. You're feeling that you're being dragged to this conflict, you're feeling there's like no winning. You're feeling like a victim, or it's the other person who's feeling like a victim. Or if everything is fine with you in your family, it's like you are witnessing a conflict that's happening with someone in your family, and maybe like 2 of your siblings are fighting, and you're not involved, but you are witnessing this fighting, and you see how the other person or one of the people feels absolutely victimized by this. At the end of the month, maybe there's someone, the Knight of Cups, who might try to patch things together. This person wants to bring some sort of peace and love and reconciliation between 2 people who seem not to be getting along. So there's someone, maybe a young person, who really thinks that he or she can help, from a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I don't know if that's the case, but this person will most certainly try. Another way of viewing this card, the Knight of Cups, is that it has nothing to do with conflict, but at the end of the month, there's someone in your family who might be traveling. Okay? This could be for vacation, or even to go and see his boyfriend or her boyfriend, or his or her boyfriend or girlfriend, or just traveling for vacation, for all sorts of reasons. Now, moving on to the next area of your life, Sagittarius, which is connected with luck and wishes. If you have picked the symbol ship, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you, so please pay attention. In the beginning of the month, you have the 5 of Swords, which tells me that you don't feel that luck is helping you. You feel that you have done your best work in whatever field you are working on. This could be in your professional life, in your personal life, in your creative life. You're doing your best work. But it's like throwing pearls to the swines, because you feel that no matter how good your work is, luck is not helping. And it's like you can't you can't win. That's you can't win, Charlie Brown. It's something like that. It's always like the feeling of, even if you do something which is extraordinary, it's like throwing pearls to the swines. And regardless of that, you will never be lucky. Or at least this is how you feel. You feel that luck isn't helping you. In the middle of the month, you have a similar card. You have the Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Coins, and you're feeling like you feel like whatever you do has no value. You are very how do you say, in a place of very low self-esteem, and no one helps you. So you're being very negative, considering yourself, considering your own worth. And it's the same type of thought, like whatever I do, it doesn't matter. I always have bad luck. So this is what you're thinking. And this, because you're thinking like that, you keep having bad luck. So the more you think like this, the more bad luck you have, the more bad luck you attract into your life. The less likely you are able to manifest a long-held desire or wish. At the end of the month, it's a different type of energy. You have the Eight of Coins, or the Eight of Pentacles. I'm thinking that you kind of, in order to get away from this very negative type of thinking, which does not help your good luck, you decide to fully commit into something that you truly do love. Or you fully commit into your work, or you fully commit into working in something that really gives you joy and pleasure. That it doesn't matter if you're working 8 hours a day in this. It's something, it could even be a hobby. It's something that you really, really like. And it's helpful in helping you escape from this very negative type of feeling, because you're like totally focusing on your work, and this might help your good luck, I would say, or your good fortune. Another way of reading this card is that you think that luck is always helped by hard work. Though the harder you work, the luckier you get, and you want luck to catch you working. That's how I would say. You want good luck to come in and catch you at work. I would say this. Okay? So now moving on to the next part of your reading, which is connected with friendship. If you have picked the symbol letter, then this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you, so please pay attention. In the beginning of the month, you have the Ace of Pentacles. In the middle of the month, you have the Lovers, which is a major arcana card. At the end of the month, you have the Six of Wands. So in terms of friendship, maybe in the beginning of the month, you're making a new friend, and this new friend might be from a Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, or you might meet him or her in a professional setting. Maybe in a professional meeting, maybe someone who just got hired, a new co-worker, maybe you got a new job offer. So anything to do with your career, in your profession, you meet someone new and you make a new friend. If it's not that, it's like maybe one of your friends who you met for a very long time, he or she is having some sort of advancement in his or hers work life, career, profession, money. Maybe they like come into some money, maybe they start a new job, maybe they start a freelance work, something like that. Or this card, I can also read it as the way your friends view you, the way they see you. They see you as someone who's just starting something new in terms of work, or is getting money for something that you are doing. Let's say that you've initiated some sort of a side job, like a freelance work. They see that finally money is starting to come in. It's like they see new beginnings. Your friends see new beginnings in your work life, in your career, in your profession, in your money life. In the middle of the month, you have the the Lovers. So it could be that for some, and this could work as a unified energy. It doesn't have to be beginning, middle, and end of the month. For some, you just met someone, and this person quickly becomes your lover, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or you have this feeling that he or she is your soulmate, and you have the feeling that this is a relationship that will last. It could be that for some. For others, it could be that you've met this person, you've been friends with this person for a very long time, and he or she tells you, look, I know we've been friends, but I like you. My feelings are stronger than just friendship. I want to have a relationship with you. Or it's you, Sagittarius. It's you who goes that talks to one of your friends and says, look, I really like you. I'm in love with you. I want to have a proper relationship with you, a romantic relationship with you. It could be you. So starting a new love relationship with one of your friends. If it's not that, you are the witness of a relationship that starts, one of your friends starts. Like one of your friends starts some sort of love relationship, and you are merely witnessing it, so it has nothing to do with you. Or maybe your friends see you as someone who is starting either a love relationship or as someone who has to make a decision. So your friends are seeing the fact that you have to make a decision. It could also be that one of your friends has to make a decision. And then at the end of the month, with the Six of Wands, I could read it as, let's say that you have started a love relationship with one of your friends. At the end of the month, you will publicly acknowledge the fact that you are both of you are together. Okay, that's one way of reading it. Another way of reading it, if there's like a friend who is starting something, who has to make a decision in terms of his career or her career, life, or something good in terms of work and profession is happening, he or she might be publicly acknowledged for his talent, for his skill or her skill, for his or her abilities. So some sort of reward, some sort of recognition, some sort of prize, like that happens to one of your friends. Or maybe it's your friends that see you as someone who is publicly acknowledged for your talent, for your skills, for your abilities. And they all think that you are very deserving of this prize or of this reward. What else it could be? I think I've said everything that I needed to say in terms of, but it's nice. I would say it's successful friendship also, or a friend who's successful. Now moving on to the next part of your reading, which is the area connected with love. If you have picked the symbol lilies, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you, so please pay attention. In the beginning of the month, you have the Hermit card, Major Arcana card. In the middle of the month, you have the High Priestess, another Major Arcana card. At the end of the month, you have the Strength card, another Major Arcana card. So in terms of love, this could be, especially if you've picked the symbol lilies, this could be a very eventful month for you, Sagittarius. So in the beginning of the month, I'm thinking that maybe you're feeling like old, and you're feeling very alone. This makes sense if you are single, but you could even be in a relationship, but you're feeling like alone in this relationship, and you kind of like feeling, what's the point of being in this relationship if I'm feeling alone? You're feeling old also. You might not feeling alone, you might not be feeling alone, but at least you're feeling old. At the middle of the month, you have the High Priestess. It's like you're keeping your feelings hidden from the other person. You're not saying to the other person that maybe you're feeling alone and old. Or maybe it's the other person who's feeling like this. Maybe it's the other person who's feeling, maybe the person with whom you are having a love relationship, if you're not alone, it's a Virgo, because the Hermit is connected with Virgo energy, the Virgo sign. So maybe it's the other person who's not telling you that he or she is feeling alone. And they are keeping their feelings hidden, or you are the one who's keeping your feelings hidden. If you are single, even though there's this feeling of being alone, you take advantage of the fact that you are indeed alone to go further into your spirituality, I would say. So maybe you might be looking at love from a spiritual point of view. From an emotional point of view, you are taking this opportunity to go inside yourself and to try to understand what love means to you. At the end of the month, you have the Strength card. Now, if you are single, there might be someone entering your life, Sagittarius, and this person might be a Leo, because the Strength card is connected with Leo, and he or she might have very strong feelings towards you, but it's more like lust, very strong, lust feelings towards you. It could be that. If it's not that, it's maybe if you are already with someone, it's like in the beginning and middle of the month, things are not moving on, things are very slow, you're feeling old, or the other person is feeling old, you're feeling alone, and the other person is feeling alone. But at the end of the month, it's either you or the other person, the person with whom you are with, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, he or she makes a move towards you. There's like much more passion at the end of the month, or you make a move towards him or her. So there's more passion and lust and sensuality at the end of the month. If you are alone, and then at the end of the month, I'm thinking that you have to struggle with your lust feelings, with your like a higher libido. Do you understand? And it's like you've settled into this spiritual way of being, and suddenly at the end of the month, you have to deal with this almost uncontrollable emotions, and you have to dominate yourself. You have to control yourself somehow in order to get back to the spiritual side of your, let's call it inner quest about what is love. Now, moving on to the next part of your reading, it's the part connected with plans and goals. If you have picked the symbol moon, then this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you, so please pay attention. In the beginning of the month, you have the Page of Coins, or the Page of Pentacles. In the middle of the month, you have the Queen of Coins, or Pentacles. At the end of the month, you have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so it's like this. In the beginning of the month, I would say that you are working on a new plan, on a new project. You have some sort of goal and you're working on it. And this goal is connected either with your professional life or with your financial life. In the middle of the month, you have with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm thinking that maybe perhaps this project in this plan that in which you are working on, you might go either to a very prosperous sort of company, or you might go to a person from a earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, a woman, I would say, in her late 30s or after the age of 40, and this person will back up your plan. Maybe your plan is to, build some sort of product, but you need money to make this product a reality, and you go with this plan to this company or to this person, and this person ends up investing in you and investing in your plans. This person gives you the money to do it, whatever it is you're working on. And at the end of the month, with the Nine of Cups, it further emphasizes the fact that someone invests in you, I would say, in whatever plan and goal you have. I'm sorry, I apologize. And at the end of the month, it's like a dream that comes true. Finally, you have the money to make a goal that you always wanted to accomplish a reality, and that in making that goal a reality, accomplishing that plan, making that objective, a way to achieve that objective, whatever objective it is to you, it's like a dream that comes true, and you're really, really happy. Now, finally, the seventh area of your life that I'm going to analyze, I ended up asking the tarot, a question. The question that I asked the tarot cards was, how will the eclipses of August 2017, how will these eclipses will affect you, Sagittarius? And if you have picked the symbol dog, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you, so please pay attention. In the beginning of the month, you have the Knight of Pentacles. In the middle of the month, you have a Major Arcana card, you have the Hanged Man. At the end of the month, you have the Three of Swords. Now, I don't know if you can see it, because sometimes we don't actually see the videos, we just look, you just listen to them. But in this deck, the Fairy Light Tarot, this Knight of Pentacles it's a completely different image from the sort of Knight of Pentacles in traditional decks. In traditional decks, the Knight of Pentacles is always a very slow-moving knight. It's a slow-moving horse, a slow-moving person, it's a cautious person, it's a very boring person. Not in this deck. In this deck, this knight is riding a Leo. So to me, this Knight of Pentacles, it's more like the Knight of Wands. You know, it's a fire knight. This knight to me speaks of an energy of someone who's impulsive. At the same time, he or she could be really courageous, yes. Someone who has no fear, yes. But someone who will react in a very stupid sort of way when they feel that their pride has been hurt, when their ego is bruised. So I'm thinking that maybe in the beginning of the month of August 2017, especially the eclipse, the lunar eclipse in Aquarius, lunar eclipses will bring culminations or endings. It depends from case to case. This lunar eclipse, in your case, Sagittarius, will bring something to you that will make you react in a very impulsive sort of manner. And you'll feel offended somehow. You'll feel like your pride has been hurt and you'll react without thinking. And you'll end up doing something really stupid. I don't know what it is, okay? So I would advise you not to react immediately, but to think and consider things before you do anything or take any type of action. Because if you react based upon hurt feelings and bruised ego, it will not work out for you. It will be worse for you, okay? And in the middle of the month with the Hanged Man, it tells me the same thing. Because the Hanged Man is a card that speaks of being paralyzed, unable to move, hopefully not, you know, not literally paralyzed, okay? No, it's like you cannot take an action. I'm thinking you cannot move either. You cannot move either to A or B or C or D. You can't move. You can't react. You can't act. You are stuck. You're in limbo. There's like a pause. You have to be very quiet and very still. Why? Because in the beginning of the month you behaved in a very impulsive sort of way, and that will bring you. And that was like immediately there were consequences. Okay, so in the middle of the month you have to consider your options. Try to see things from a different perspective, in a different way, and you can't move because you behave in a very silly way. Okay, and now you have to wait and see and try to see things in a different way. At the end of the month you have the Three of Swords. Okay, at the end of the month on 21st of August there's a solar eclipse at 28 degrees of Leo, Sagittarius. So solar eclipses always bring something new. Whatever will happen in your life which will be new, it will bring you some sort of heartache, sadness, and also a sense of betrayal. You might feel betrayed by something or someone. I don't know why. Imagine that there's, I don't know. Imagine that you are dating someone. I'm just gonna give this as an example. I'm not saying this will happen. Imagine you're dating someone and you've talked about this person. Imagine you're a woman and you're dating a guy and you've talked about marrying and having kids and you've been together for a very long time, but suddenly this guy has a big, fantastic breakthrough in his career and he needs to move to China. So you thought that you were going to marry within 6 months, and that's not going to happen. That's going to happen maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, maybe never, and then there's this sense of betrayal. So I'm just going to give this as an example. There's some sort of new beginning in your life that will bring to you some sort of sadness, a sense of betrayal, a sense of being stabbed in the back. For others, there could be like an illumination of a pain, of something which was kept hidden, and it could be like maybe you find out, find out that your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend is cheating on you, because the Three of Swords you know, three is a crowd, maybe there's like a third person, and you find out, and that will make the new beginning in your life. Why? Maybe because you leave, or maybe because the other person leaves. Therefore, there's a new beginning, but this new beginning is kind of based on extreme sadness. I don't know. I don't want to be negative, okay? But I don't want to lie to you, okay? Sometimes after pain, good things come into your life, okay? So don't be stuck in this situation of extreme pain. Try not to make harsh decisions. Try not to act upon your hurt pride, your hurt ego, and try to think about anything before you act or react, okay? And remember, this is just for August, okay? Okay, and things will get better, okay? But honestly, in most of your reading, I felt it was really positive, okay? So that's it, Sagittarius. This is the reading that I have for you for August 2017. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye-bye.